Well, dear students, now I welcome you in this video, a new chapter, ray optics. Actually, what the meaning of ray optics? The study of sensation of sight and light. How do we see the objects? How do we see the distance, different images? That study, scientific study of light and sight is ray optics. Scientific study of light and sight is called ray optics. It's called optics, sorry. It's called optics. So now, light. Then what is light? How to define what is light? And why are we using word ray optics? These are concerned topic here. Dear, I am telling you very frankly, when I was student and I see still now that we think that optics is very simple. But when I ask student how much you have attempted in your exam, कि सर ये हमसे नहीं हुआ. क्यों नहीं हुआ? Because there are many lapses in understanding of ray optics, though it is simple one. But we don't take it seriously and never try to understand. So now, what is sight? Sensation of sight. I told in last chapter electromagnetic wave. Light is also a form of electromagnetic wave. But here we are talking about ray optics. That there is still a great confusion about ray optics and wave optics. People have a concept in wave optics light go like a snack. No, light always travel in straight line. Any wave, whosoever it is, whether it is mechanical wave or electromagnetic wave, it travel always straight. Those are characters. Wave character is something different. I told you what is wave. That wave is the periodic variation of some physical quantity which transfer energy from one place to another. Now, in my question in my childhood, I was this question: what is light? What is light? ये भी बच्चों के दिमाग में क्वेश्चन घूमता रहता है. But now it has become very clear in books as well as in every sphere of science that light is form of energy, and these are electromagnetic radiation which help us to see the object. Light is that form of energy which enables us to see the object. Then how do we see light fall on the object and bounces back and enter our eye? If there is no light in this room, I will not be visible to you. No photograph will be taken. When you take photograph, flashlight is made on to get a brighter picture. So when light fall on a body, it gets reflected back and enter the eye of the observer, and observer is able to see you, etc. So many things are there. So light is form of energy which enables us to see the objects. Now, why it is called ray optics now? What is ray? What is ray? Actually, we saw the path followed by light, by a line with an arrow. We saw like this. This is the path followed by light. We imagine the light going this way, and then we put the arrow. This line representing the arrow with an arrow represent the path followed and direction of that also. Arrow, if we draw the line and don't put the arrow, so we don't understand which direction the light is going. So to show the direction propagation we put the arrow. This is ray of light. Now listen me very carefully. Beams of light. Beams of light. A group of ray of light is called beam of light. Group of, I think I don't need to write here. I am speaking, and if you are unable, you can write yourself. A big number of rays together form a beam of light. And these are three types, parallel beam. These terms are used. Parallel beam. The beam of light in which all the rays are parallel. So rays parallel to each other form a parallel beam of light. This is called parallel beam. Now, second is diverging beam. Diverging beam. Every source from large distance appears point source of light, and if rays start from this and go away from each other, so every point light source, real source of light, produce a beam in which rays are going away from each other. So this is called diverging beam. This is called here diverging beam. Why I am telling you all these terms? Because they are used and further they create confusion. We don't understand कि डाइवर्जिंग वर्ड कहाँ से आया. डाइवर्ज होना, फैल जाना, गेट अवे फ्रॉम इधर, डाइवर्ज होगा. These are actually, first of all we have to understand literal meaning. अगर हम शाब्दिक अर्थ नहीं जानते तो हमें बहुत परेशानी होती है. Then third one is converging beam. Converging beam. If rays are coming closer and finally they appear to meet at one point, in the direction of progression, the distance between the rays of light is decreasing and finally they appear to meet at one point, then that is called, suppose if we keep on producing it, so they appear to meet this point. So this is called converging beam of light. Actually, there is no real source of light which can produce converging beam. Converging beam is not produced by a real source, a virtual source which can be created by us by passing light through a prism, through a lens, or after reflection from mirrors, we may get converging beam. So these are the meaning of beams now. And how do we see object? I told you light fall on the object, and after reflection that I enter our eye and we see the object and unable to see. Now what is reflection? I told you the bouncing back, but there are laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. Reflection. When you hit the ball by bat, no, the ball is reflected back by the bat. When you throw the ball toward wall, it strikes the wall, reflect back. Similarly, when light falls on any object, it gets reflected from the object. And these laws of reflection are applicable for every body, for every object which has bounced back, not only for light or sound. These laws are true, are applicable for every object which gets bounced back. But here we explain law of reflection when we start teaching this light here. Suppose it is any surface, maybe a mirror. This is not a line, it is surface like this. It is surface like this. But this surface has been drawn this line, but it is surface here. On this surface, suppose from somewhere light is falling like this. This is one ray of light. Here is point object. A point object emits so many rays, not a single ray. But we take one only to understand. And here it is a normal on this point. This is the normal. Perpendicular to surface of the normal. And then it is reflected ray. It goes back, suppose. There occurs perfect reflection. Suppose. Then this is called incidence ray. And reflected ray. This is called angle I, angle R. I is called angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. While R is called here angle of reflection. You might be thinking, well, we know all these laws. We know all these laws, then why we are being taught? Why are being taught all these things? There is one thing common, and that is a common problem which I have faced from while teaching students, and while I was taught this law. So it is clear that it is ray, incident ray, reflected ray, and normal. Okay. Now here, laws of reflection. First law. First law, we call it very casually, and there was problem in understanding the first law. You will face also here. क्या है वो? The incidence ray. The incidence ray, comma, normal to the point of incidence and reflected ray. Reflected ray. All lie in the same plane. So here is the problem. Which plane they are lying? When I asked my student, and I asked myself also while learning this law, they all, the incidence ray, the reflected ray, the normal to the point of incidence, all lie in the same plane. क्योंकि प्लेन वर्ड जो है बच्चों को बड़ा कंफ्यूज करता है. Yesterday a girl approached me here, है ना? Then I asked her meaning of plane. I was asking her what is vector product. I told you very clearly vector product A cross B equal to plus A equal to sin theta n cap. And I told you n cap in vector which is at right angle to the plane contain vector A and B. तो वो A और B मैंने पेपर बनाए हुए थे ऐसी. तो इन्होंने पूछा प्लेन कौन सा? वो एक्स वाई प्लेन सर कहाँ यहाँ पे एक्स वाई की जरूरी नहीं है. तो प्लेन का नाम आते ही बच्चे परेशान होते हैं. I told you this line representing this plane. Light coming this way and going this way. So it is a vertical plane in which all are lying here. When you draw this picture practically, you take drawing board, you take drawing sheet. On this drawing board you place here like this. And then you make the mirror stand here like this. Okay? And then you draw a line, and that line represents the position of mirror. So the ray you draw in the drawing board, जो ड्राइंग शीट है आपकी उस पर आपने रे बनाई, यहाँ नॉर्मल बनाया, तो दे आर इन द प्लेन ऑफ पेपर. The reflected ray will go back in the plane of paper. You play carom board. Please listen me. This point is very important. And generally I have seen people don't understand what is the meaning of plane. In case of practical, when you draw, you verify law of reflection. You take the drawing board, a drawing sheet, put the mirror like this, and then draw these lines in the drawing sheet. To the incidence ray, the reflected ray, and this normal. All are in the plane of that drawing sheet or plane of board. People say they are lying at this point also. Suppose they lie in the same point. No, not point. तो हमारा point कहीं भी होता है. जहाँ इंसिडेंस रे होगी वहीं हम नॉर्मल बनाएंगे, वहीं से रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे. तो प्लेन ऑफ जो है हमारा क्या है, प्लेन ऑफ इंसिडेंस इज पर प्लेन इज परपेंडिकुलर टू प्लेन मिरर. दैट इज देयर ड्राइंग शीट. I think you will realize what I am telling, why I have told this. The second law. Second law simple, you know, but when I asked law of reflection, first law is told by as second law. But second law is this only. Second law. The angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. Angle of reflection. The angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. Here I is equal to R. In figure I equal to R. Now, what is the definition of angle of incidence and angle of reflection? क्या definition होगी उनकी? Angle between incidence ray and normal is called angle of incidence. Angle between normal and reflected ray is called angle of reflection. So, if I ask here, this is a plane mirror suppose, and ray is reflected incident normally. So sometimes we say कि angle of incidence 90. No, here angle of incidence 0. Why? But incidence ray and the normal are in the same direction. So when ray is incident normally, so angle of incidence 0, so reflection is so it will go back on the same path. And this is very important ray in our ray optics. We use it many times because it is simple to draw the diagram with the help of normal ray. Now there is another question here. How many rays at a point of incidence lie with same angle of incidence? If it is the plane mirror here and it is a point of incidence, so how many rays can fall here with same angle of incidence? Generally, this is only one and one. No. Actually, in finite range, making a cone like this. इस cone में जितनी भी ray होंगी यहाँ, they will be. Actually, this is a point here. Three-dimensional view देखिए. One ray this way, other ray this way, other this way. They can fall with same angle of infinite ray. At one point can fall with same angle of incidence. I hope you have enjoyed me now. One thing more in the same video. There is a term regular and irregular reflection. Regular reflection. I am drawing the diagram here. Suppose the plane surface is smooth. A parallel beam incident on this. Now, if it is reflected back as a parallel beam, it remains as parallel beam. Parallel beam reflected as parallel beam. Then the reflection is called regular. If parallel beam are parallel beam reflected as parallel beam, so it is regular reflection. whatever the image you see in mirrors, that is due to regular reflection. Irregular reflection. So actually when surface is not smooth, it has many irregularities. Any beam will fall like this as a parallel beam, but reflected not a parallel beam. Here actually the surface is like this, so it may go like this. Reflected ray go back after running different direction, but the beam, incident beam and reflected beam does not remain parallel. So it is called irregular. Irregular reflection. Why it is so? I told you that angle of this is always equal to angle of reflection. So actually here what is happening, because of roughness, suppose here ray fall like this, so angle of is this, so it is this. But if some ray fall on this here, तो क्या होगा? Normal this way, so it get reflected this way. So due to roughness, the surface have normal at different point in different direction, and hence, हाँ भाई, will go in different direction. So this is called irregular reflection. It is called irregular reflection. I hope you will enjoy it. In next video, I will come to tell something more about reflection and imagery. Thank you.